All right. Dopeness. Let's turn on the lights. Kitty, what are you doing here? All right. I think we're live. Pretty sure. Ah. I think we're live. Pretty sure. Yay. Nice. Works. All right. Dopeness. Let me also start recording. Hell yeah. Clip this into shorts later. What's up, everybody? It's Forever Alone, back at it again. It's only been 6 months since I've done this thing. Gained a lot of weight. Worked a lot of deals. Learned a lot of new shit. Traveled around. It's been a lot of fun. Bump up the lo-fi music for you guys. When people come in here, they can jam and tune out. Alright, so what am I doing today? Today's gonna be a fun day. All we're doing is a bunch of clerical work. We have mined a shit ton of data, and we're ready to put that data to use. Thankfully. First, let's cover some trends real fast. For interest rates. I mean, interest rates have kind of gone crazy. Today's rate 6.71, which is a huge drop from like just legit a month ago. Right, this was 2.12. Just a little over a month, it was at 7.13. So that's significantly. That's a significant drop. You know, that's people saving a couple $100 probably on their on their mortgage, meaning that they can now afford a lot more property. So all this, I don't know, I want to chat about things, but let's go into the 10-year. See what the 10-year is doing today. Down point, oh, down 0.02. Feds maintained their interest rates yesterday, which is very, very nice. I'm not signing up for that bullshit. Investors weigh the state of the U.S. economy. Let's give this a quick read. All right, U.S. Treasury yields dipped on Thursday as investors weighed the state of the U.S. economy a day after the Federal Reserve held interest rates steady. The benchmark of 10-year Treasury note yield slipped more than 2 basis points, so that's like 0.02. Yield was less than 1 basis points. They always say this everything. 1 basis point is equal to 0.01. Alright. In a widely expected move on Wednesday, the Federal Open Market Committee, FOMC, kept its key borrowing rate in a range between 4.25 and 4.5. Fed officials also outlined their rate projections for the year, saying they will see another 0.5 percentage point of total rate cuts in 2025. That's very, very good. I'll show you where. I don't know if you guys are familiar with the dot plots, but the dot plots is definitely what they're talking about right there. The Fed typically move in 0.25 percentage points increments, meaning this could translate into 2 reductions this year. Yeah. It's kind of a dope thing. Why don't we look at that real quick? All right. Actually, no. See, that's me getting distracted. Let me finish reading this to find out what else is causing the rates to dip. Reserve Chair said during a press conference following the decision that the central bank would keep interest rates elevated if required. And she normally is bad. Normally people were like, nah, we don't like that. All right, if it's a hawkish statement, I guess, instead of dovish. That's what people call it. Hawkish meaning like bad, like you're forecasting bad things, and then dovish means you're, a dove, churchly. All right, if the economy remains strong and inflation does not continue to move substantially towards 2%, we can maintain policy restraint for longer, which is great. That indicates that it's not like they're going to go up, right? They're not going to increase their basis loan rate. All right, he said if the labor markets were to weaken unexpectedly or inflation were to fall more quickly than anticipated, we can ease policy accordingly. Also very good news. To me, that's just saying that if they see some like really good activity, inflation dropping down, below 2.5, that's being CPI and PCE, they might, even increase the amount of cuts they are going to do by the end of the year. All right. The most came as investors are increasingly concerned about a slowing U.S. economy due to the effects of U.S. President Donald Trump's trade policies, particularly implementing tariffs on global trade partners. This has raised alarm bells about the possibility for a recession. Fucking tariffs have been really the reason why a bunch of things are going haywire. Nobody knows how the tariffs are going to affect interest rates. Dude, my camera sucks. Oh, look at the blur. I don't mind. Makes me look cool. All right. I do think with the arrival of the tariffs, inflation's further progress may be delayed. Yeah. That's the real reason why we don't see rates like dropping below. Because right now, we have to keep these relatively high because, basically those tariffs have been pushed back by a month each month, right? So we don't know if once those tariffs get put into place, what CPI and PCE is going to go to. There's just no telling how that's going to affect the markets. So if it's rough, we could see a spike in rates, or rates stay relatively close to the same until further data comes in, judging whether or not this is going to be like a prolonged increase in inflation. But for sure, once those tariffs do come into place, we're going to see an increase in the consumer price index. The producer price index is definitely, that the PPI is definitely going to go up, right? It has to. This is going to cost them more to manufacture things, while at least getting them into the country. I don't know if that's going to go into their manufacturing costs. So I don't know. It's tough. It's tough out here, though. Basically, we're betting that there is going to be an increase in CPI and PPI in the future, in inflation in general. But we just don't know how much that's going to go. Or if it'll even happen. Who knows? Maybe Trump says, nah, it's all right. It's cool. We're not going. But, all right. So let's go on and check out that dot plot real fast. I was supposed to do this yesterday, right? Yeah. All right. So I'm going to open two of them up. There we go. And then I also want to open up the one from December of last year. This is to compare both of them. See if there's been any changes. So this right here is the dot plot. Dot plot just tells you where they think, right, the end of the year, where rates should be by the end of each year. So this row, this was the one from December. So this column right here is the end of 2023. Obviously, everyone was agreeing that rates should be finishing between 5.25 and 5.5. All right. Predicting the end of 2020. Wait, which one did I pull up, bro? Was this December of 2023? What the hell? Did I really go down that much? I guess so. Nope, wrong thing. There we go, projection materials. All right, yeah, I was like, hold on, 5.25, 5.5. That doesn't seem like what it was at the end of this year. Yeah, so we had a bunch of people saying 4.25 to 4.5, and some people saying 4.5 to 4.75, 4.75 at the end of 2024, which is kind of what it ended at, right? I think it ended at 4.5, 4.25 to 4.5. All right, but this is what people were predicting for the end of 2025, right? Most people were predicting 2 rate cuts, right? One from here and then one down further. Okay, here, let's increase this. You guys can see a little bit more, right? So this is the end of December, or December, I think 18th is when they had this. Yeah, December 18th. So people were saying by the end of 2025, rate should be, rate should be 3.75 to 4. So 2 rate cuts. One from the current rate where it's at, one below. What's promising is that, you had a few people over here, right? There were more people who were thinking that it should go lower than there were that it should remain elevated. All right, but let's see what this one says in comparison. Oh, that's beautiful right there. Oh, wait, that's for 2026. All right. Yeah. So, that's actually not that great. So if you see here, right? The majority of people were in this bracket right here. There was only 4 voting members I was saying to keep rates above 4%. Now you have 8 members saying keep rates above 4%. That's not good. That shows that there was definitely a shift in their projections, or in their policy plan. I think a lot of people are saying maybe we slow down even more and go from like 2 cuts, right? This would mean 2 cuts if we ended at this margin right here. This would mean no cuts. This would mean 1 cut. Okay, so 4 members are voting for no cuts at all. 4 members are voting for just 1 cut. We got 9 members here voting for 2 cuts by the end of the year, and then only 2 members voting for 3 cuts. Okay, so it looks like in comparison to this year, right? Because this column is the one of end of 2025. It looks like a lot of these people shifted upwards. A lot of these people shifted upwards. So I mean, it's not looking too hot. My opinion is that we'll likely be trying to gauge whether it's going to be 2 or 1 cuts for by the end of this year for the Fed basis points. Let's see when their next meeting is. All right. So the meetings that we're looking for are the ones with the asterisks on it, right? This asterisk indicates that they have a summary of economic projections, which is what we just read. That's what this is. That's what this summary is. The regular meetings just have, a quick statement that they do, which basically says the same thing over and over again. So we don't get another future projections meeting until June 17th. 3 months away. 3 months away till the next projections meeting. That's a lot of data that we'll get between now and then, including the tariff implementation that should be into effect as well. So we just got to wait and see. I'm betting that rates, the lowest rates will go before a cut is going to be into the 4.6, 4.5 area. But that would mean that we had overwhelmingly good economic reports. Because right now, the rates where they're at, they'll probably just maintain here. Right, the Treasury. Treasury doesn't typically move drastically in a day unless it's affected by economic news. All right. So unless we get really good news or really bad news, rates are going to stay in the 6.7 to 6.8 range. We get bad data, it's going to increase. We get good data, it'll drop. I don't see it going higher than 7% or much higher than 7%. And I don't see it going lower than 6.5. So you got that range right there. Which means, only reason I'm saying this is that if you are shopping for something, just realize that, if you can get rates below 6.75, you should actively, be going out trying to get yourself a deal. If rates are a little bit high, you could probably wait a little bit. And if they go closer to 7%, you probably wait a little bit and wait for them to go back down. It has been a fucking while. Has been a while that they've been close to 7%, right? All of 2024 basically, and for the majority of this year as well. All right. Anyways, so let's start doing some work, man. Start doing some work. So today, what we are going to do is put some ideas to use, put some of our email data to use. We have a crap ton of neighborhood data that we've gotten from MLS. We were working on East Boston when we finished that one up. So we got a crap ton of neighborhood data here. Annual sales data, annual listing data, price point data, changes, all that stuff. We got all that already in here. Now we just need to implement it. The way that I did it, right, is I created a, where are we at? Ideas. I didn't do this alone too. I also had help. Interns and virtual assistants really helped me out with this a lot. Why can't I find East Boston, bro? Am I blind? Okay. Sure. Because it was all the way down here. For no reason. All right, whatever. So we're preparing this, right? And the idea is to take this Google Slides and put it onto our website, our IDX website. All right, so right here we have our neighborhood audit report. This is the thing that I originally put together by the end of the year. Ooh, first off, that's not good. It says audit report 2023. It is not for 2023 data, I don't think. Oh no, that was the 2023 data, I guess. All right, anyways, yeah, so basically we're gonna put this and host this live, run some ads, try to get some people to check it out and maybe give us, you know, a ring. Right, so all it does, this is what I'm doing right now is I'm breaking this apart because there is 104 fucking pages. Nobody wants to go through 104 pages to find their thing. Hold on, I'm getting a work call maybe. Or it's a scam call, who knows. Israel alone. Hello. Once you hear it click. You hear a beep on the other line, you just hang up. What's up, Thor? Okay. Some stuff at tomorrow at 2 p.m. Alright, so back to this. Yeah, so what I'm doing, right, this 104 pages is basically every neighborhood in Boston. As Boston market statistics, you can do like North End, basically here. Let me show you the table of contents. Right, so it has every neighborhood and the breakdown of those neighborhoods. Right, the single family home, historical sales data, price points, stuff like that, year-to-year changes, has the overall Boston market, and then it has the individual neighborhood market. But my idea here is that it's too big. We need to to make it individual by the neighborhood. So what we're doing, and this was my friend Henry Choi's idea, past president of ARIA. So what we're going to do is we are keeping sort of the theme, right? So we have this report, and it's going to be specifically for East Boston. It's going to have the Boston neighborhood data, right? So overall, all neighborhoods included and averaged out, medianed out, blah, blah, blah. And then it's also going to have the East Boston, right? So it's going to be neighborhood specific. If you want to look for East Boston data, all you got to do is click the East Boston report. Now, at the end of this report, it'll have the city rankings. I hate that it does that. It'll have the city rankings, and then it'll have the location of the neighborhood, right? So this is city ranking single family homes, recorded average sale price over here. All right, so East Boston was number 13. It had the 13th highest average single family home price, or single family home average price. Average price of a single family home. You get what I'm saying. So yeah, I mean, there's a few neighborhoods that don't have any single family homes, as you can see, or not enough. Yeah, we'll have to double check this data as well. Make sure everything is up to date. I don't know what my dog wants right now, but yeah, so this is the idea. We're gonna put this report out. We're gonna link it up to our constant contact. We're gonna try to grow our newsletter. So idea is finish up all these neighborhoods, all of these stupid neighborhoods, finish up their slides, update them with current data, and then get them onto our website so consumers can actually find their stuff. Easy. Oh, that's the neighborhood audit report for that. There's the 2024 neighborhood audit report. Okay. Anyhow, that's what we're gonna do. So if you want to hang out, chill, chat, feel free to. I'm just gonna be over here doing some work, talking to myself, and having fun. Yeah. All right, guys. Oh, also, all this data, just so y'all know where it comes from. I'm gonna show you. So for any agents out there who are looking to put together something like this for your particular neighborhood, MLS is phenomenal. MLS is like the market. All the data on MLS is the market data. All right. So all you got to do is go over here to market reports. Right. So in the market reports, I have a few of them saved up. I do a year to date. Right. So this 24. So you're starting off 1/1, whatever date, 12/31, whatever date. That's going to be your full year. You do total listed, right? Because the ones that we have over here are we have listing data, total listed, listed median, listed average, how many price changes were done in that year. And then we have total sales, sales median, sales average, sales price to original price ratio. All right. So here we'll just run one for last year. Single family homes, total listings, 10,058 listings in. Whoa! You know what I forgot to do? The goddamn zip code. So here we put the zip code. Oh, you guys don't see the pop-up menu. That's 02128 is the zip code for East Boston. So now we have this specifically going to East Boston. Now I do a search. 28 single-family homes were listed in East Boston between 2024 in the year 2024. Median price $724,900. Average price $815,196. 28 $724,900. $815,196. We were going to do how many? 11 price changes. 11 price changes. Now this over here is our listing price point area. This is what tells us how many listings came out in these individual brackets. So between 400K and 450,000, there was only a single family home listed in that price range, and it lasted for 27 days on market. 450 to 500K, only one. 500 to 600, 4, so on and so forth, right? So we get all that data and we are able to come up with these charts, right? So we have the data, we do it for every single year. We went all the way back to 2005, got that data. Now we can see what a historical chart looks like, right? How many listings were back in the day in 2005? You had 118 single family homes being listed in East Boston. Now that number's completely gone, which is insane to think about, right? We used to be able to get a single family home in Eastie, but even back in like 2021, 52, bro. And that was like one of the busiest years in recorded history. So, yeah, the price point data right here is very, very nice. This is units sold, yeah. And then units listed. See some that don't even. No, that stays on market. Oh yeah. So in our thing, I don't like doing charts for listing data besides this. I like doing total listings versus total sales. But listing data, I don't really care how much people are listing their property for. I care how much they're selling it. That's ultimately what actually, dictates the value of a house. How much was somebody willing to pay for it, not how much you wanted to try to sell for it, right? Like that's like going, on eBay to like value something, and you're only looking at the bids instead of the actual sales data. But yeah, so that's what we're gonna do. We've already checked that to ensure that that is correct. Let's switch this up to sold. Look at the sold data for the year. 18 total listings, 650, 702, 150. 96% sales price to original price ratio, SP to OP. 18, 650, 702, 150, 96. All right, so data hasn't changed since I made this in January. We're doing this, we did this already in January, but data is slow. It comes in slowly. Some people just are lazy and they don't list their properties on MLS once they have actually gone under agreement, or have updated the sale. So data changes all the time, right? Like if I pull some stuff up from, maybe 2 years ago, that might have changed. That's why I try to refresh this data every year. I'll run the entire report, typically at the end of the year. Before I do this, right? Because like this is one thing that we do is we create these things, but this report, you're talking about an annual report. This comes out only once a year or twice a year, right? The first time that you put it out, and in like the beginning of the year in January, and then you do an updated one in Q2. But what I really do is I implement my data into my weekly newsletter, right? A lot of agents, their weekly newsletter is, and mind you, this newsletter has definitely dropped in popularity. I've had to stop paying for it. It's getting expensive. It cost me like about, I think, $200 a month, just given the size of like how many mailers I've going out and how many people read it. That's about $200 a month at its height. Like in 2023, real estate was still doing pretty good. I think we were almost at like 5,000 readers. But it's people lose interest in real estate, and this is only Boston data, right? So I give a quick economic report to recap what is happening with economic news. Then I give a report on the actual Boston market, right? So you're talking about just a few paragraphs of writing that I do every Sunday, and then I release this on Monday. And then we give a recap for the week. We give inventory statistics for each section, right? So single families, condominium inventory, multifamily inventory market. We give some charts over here, right? So like new listings, how many new listings are coming out in each sector, listing and pending sales statistics, year-to-year comparisons. We just give out a few things. Average interest rate, we always let them know where the interest rates start the week, and then a shameless plug for myself. And then there's some links here, links to right, like this link over here carries them directly to my website. I hope it does, at least, right, to a quick search on my website for them to look at properties. This link right here is the one that takes us to the neighborhood audit report for 2024. So we're going to try to break that in and get them to go to this new report. And then over here is a what I hope is a working Calendly link. Oh, thank God it is. It is. All right. So yeah. So all that info, we just send this out fucking once a week. And I mean, like, we have 3,700 people who are reading it, right? Only 3,500 read it this week. But, we expect that some of those people are going to want to work with us. And I get random phone calls from people they want to chat about the market. And it's very, very cool. I mean, like, I value this a little bit more than I value like my social media engagement, right? Because these people are actually reading what the hell I'm saying and are really getting educated in the market through like the information that I'm giving. So I think that they hold me to a higher standard than they hold the people on Instagram, I guess. So we do get deals from this, we get clients, and we get long-term clients for this, right? These people are going to be following us for a while. I mean, like, not that many people unsubscribe. Right? If you're on this because you actually want the data. There's some people never signed up. It's a little weird. if you're asking how to get people to sign up for this, well, once they go into your CRM, you can import them from your CRM. Oh, I can't show you guys my CRM. That has actual contact information for people. But once you import them into from your CRM into the, let me close this shit out before I click it by accident. Once you get them into your CRM, right? When they click on your website, depending on how you get them into your CRM, right? The way that my CRM gets fed is I run like some ads on social media or something like that, or Google pay-per-clicks, and I get them to click on my website, give me their information, and through them giving me their information, they're also consenting to getting some ads from me. So that once they go into the CRM, go into my website, or go into the CRM through my website or any of my promotions, they get automatically signed up for my newsletter. And then they decide whether or not it's valuable to them. Not that many people say no, right? Some of them say, I never signed up, or this information doesn't interest me. But you're looking at a high retention rate because you're giving high value info, right? One, it's vetted information that you've actually did your due diligence in putting together, and then you had it verified by another colleague or something like that, or someone in the profession, right? If you show someone that you're working on this, they're definitely, right, they're gonna want to help you out. If it's someone in your industry or in your job, in your office, right, you show this to your boss being like, hey, I'm trying to put this together, they're gonna be like, definitely, dude, I'll check your info, I'll help you out. And if they don't do that, and they don't push you forward to like try to make something like this, then they probably suck. Or I don't know, maybe they got big pockets and have a client list that doesn't care about the value that they add. But this right here, all this info, all this vetting that I do is what separates me legit from like every single other agent that I've come across. Not to toot my own horn, but I don't think that I've met an agent who's actually better versed than me in the Boston market. And that's just because I do my fucking homework, yo. Every Sunday, every Sunday, I'll be doing my homework, and right now we are just going to complete it. So that's enough of that. I'm done with the explanations. If y'all have any questions, feel free to leave a comment or something like that. And I'm just gonna chill and do my work. Feel free to stop in, chat, leave a line, do whatever. Ooh. Quick thing I gotta do though, I gotta send out some invoices. So 1 second. Why is it black? It's this thing's also dumb. Alright, we'll set that up there. Okay, send reminders to everybody. God damn it. All right. Send a reminder to Andy. I hope I might have. Yeah, I sent them for all of them. Fuck it. He didn't say how far back. Send them to everybody. Oh. Doo doo. Alright, I'm going to split this apart because I need 2 screens to work on my shit, yo. That's crazy. God damn. Hey, you guys know the last time I posted a video was in August? We done a bunch of lives since then, but that's crazy. We've been slacking. Alright. Let's go and implement this data. Ooh. We have to update our Boston data, actually. I just realized that. This is definitely not updated. Let's remove the zip code. Start with the listed. 1058. 1061. That's weird. It lost listings. Hot damn. Is there anything else that I did in this? I cleared. Boston's in here. Yep. So somehow there's 3 fewer listings than there were when I ran the report earlier this year. Huh. Weird. Alright. $8.99. That looks like it was the same. I gotta go in here and change this. This I'm gonna need 2 screens for, so. Let me also close out of all my other stuff. We'll leave that open. One, 7, 8, 25, 91, 153, 157, 107 now. 75, 206, 205. 81, 30, 28. There we go. Let's look at the sales data. $804, $801. All right. 3 more sold listings. Days on market 37. 832. 500. 1133556. And 100% of the value. Let's see what changed here. 1011 16 10 74 157 103 74 157 103 99 60 157 50. There we go. 804 matches. Good. So we do have to update that data in here then. Trying to think if it's because I'm gonna have to do that over and over and over again for each neighborhood. Right, because each one of these have the old data for Boston. Oh, this motherfucker. I gotta do it anyways. I think I have to just redo all these. Because he did it with the goddamn 20. He did the 2023 report. Okay. That's all right. One set. Let me throw this away. Where's your sister? That's too much, bro. There we go. Okay. All right. So what we'll do. So we're gonna break these apart, and what we could then do is just we're gonna delete all these and redo them. That's all right. Yeah. Beautiful. Or remove the 2023 part. Or do we put... Because it's released in 2025. Who knows? Who knows? Also, why is this in all caps? You know why I named it NAR? Because of NAR. I'm not a realtor. NAR, I'll become a realtor if you waive all of my dues and stuff. I'll become a realtor. All right, so this is definitely going to be changing because delete that page, delete this page. All right, so the report itself is going to be 33 pages long. Drive me crazy. Yo, is that straight? Can't even tell me if it's an angle. I wish this was Canva. All right. We're gonna have to change the note to our readers. Glossary terms can stay the same. We will probably, yeah, it looks like there's some stuff below. God damn it. That's already at 11? Doesn't tell me if this line is straight or not. Thanks a lot. All right. Dun, dun, dun. Jesus. Yeah, I like that. Why can't you tell me if it's fucking a straight line, you son of a bitch? It doesn't look straight. Uh I don't know. Maybe I'm bugging. Maybe I'm bugging. Let me see it over here on this side. I leave it, right? I leave it. I think I leave it because that's too much. You guys cut it out. Leave the mail alone. Oh. See, last year's data also changed. It's for single family homes. Oh, that's the sales data. Okay. All right. So we are going to take all of this. The fuck? Take that. Copy it into here. I gotta take this. Copy this into here. I feel like that's also, the numbers are just so small. 99 to 100. All right. I'll also have to update all of these pictures. Yeah, we're definitely just gonna be remaking this because that's too much stuff. Hold up. I'll have to finish the report. I do condos and stuff too. Damn. See? It went from 3,490 to 3,517. Same price. This went to 1,073, 682 though. 98%, 98%. All right. 111, 4, 12, 22, 56, 8, 41, 29, 476, 48, 424, 307. 209 now? 519, 235, 95, 75, 64, 42, 42, 6, 5, 3, 5, 1, 7. All right. Let's also make sure that this is correct. 22, 22. Yeah. So it's the latest data. 21, 22, 21. All right. And then last thing we'll do is the multifamily market. Multifamily market, just so you guys know, it is specifically residential multifamilies. So what that means is that no more than 4 units in the building. $500, bro. No, that's also dumb because I didn't do the listing data. I guess we don't really report on listing data, so it doesn't matter too much. But I like having it. But yeah, this is crazy. So we had 592, but that number dropped down to 558. That's an insane drop. Average days on market though went down 39. 1, 2, 3, 6, 190. 99%. Nice. So none that sold in this price range. 1 0 0 0 0 1 0 2 7 16 31 68 72 249 67 at 22. Yeah, that's 22. 13 7 2 0 0. I wonder, was this report run without this in place? It was. 594. Which means I gotta check something real fast. 2023. 563, 527. Alright, cool. So it was just last year's report that did that. Alright, back to the condos. Again, I'm dumb. I forgot to do the listing stuff. 5787, 5789. 829. 326 065 1702. Okay, now I gotta find where this one changed. 9 14 38 54 166 164 283 668 762 639 528 328 916 395 or 396 396 218 80 173 72 136 37 5787. All right, cool. Math is math. Now let's go back and do that same shit with the number of units in the building. Blah blah blah. $901. That's insane. 100 more properties. What a mess up. What a blunder. 3, 6, 21, 44, 95, 97, 350, 135, 76, 28, 33, 0, 9. This is why it's important to check your work. Especially for the data mining. You run these reports, sometimes you mess up. You forget to add something. In this particular scenario, what I forgot to add, I'll show you guys. Down here at the bottom. Advanced criteria. So for multifamily reports, we have to put number of units in building complex to be 2 to 4 units in the complex. All right, so when I originally ran this report earlier this year, I did not put that in. So that means that these, right, so like without this in here, you'll see that it's the 1011 that it was beforehand. See? 1011. So the report was made, and this implementation was not input in there. 2 to 4 units for multifamilies. Very, very important to make that distinction. It was like, you know, if someone's looking to buy a house and rent it out and live in it, blah, blah, blah. Did this shit just change again? 946 now. I'm so dumb. It put it as floors now. Okay. I was like, something happened. The additional criteria. Please enter criteria. I put 2 to 4 floors in the property by accident. 901. Alright, cool. We're good. Alright, Boston market data has been updated. Now we will put that information in here. Also want to make these bold. $3,517. Price went up to $760, and this went up to. You know what I almost forgot to do too? Nobody would have told me. The change, bro. I gotta do the change in the price as well. This went down to 98%. Do I already have that in here? Oh my god. Oh no, because this was 99. How the fuck is this wrong? Okay. So this is already in here. That is fucking beautiful. No. There's no way to pay special this. You son of a bitch. Pay special does that. Paste without formatting? That's that. Okay. Paste. Oh, that looks fucking terrible. Shit. Well. One by one then. One by one then. Families. $100. This went down to 99. Here we go. Alright, Boston Data's done! Now that's going to be finished for all of the ones, because we're just going to redo all of them, right? Well, we upload the photos and stuff, then it'll be finished. So upload the information first. Then we'll worry about the photos. Actually, we'll worry about these photos now, so there's different timestamps. Because it is a lot that we gotta put in. Not that many. The fuck, how do I replace? Bro, Google Slides sucks so much. Ugh. Bullshit. There is no replacing it. None. Okay. I just have to upload the image, put it in place, and then, yeah. Alright, Google Slides. You're a son of a bitch. You see how fucking annoying that is? Terribly so. I gotta do that for all these. I was hoping. I was hoping. Sales price history. I gotta pull out a fucking ruler. Google Slides, please work on your shit. It's pretty whack. And if I upload it to Canva, it'll be easier to make, but then I have to spend a shit ton of time just editing it anyways, because when it boots over, it's just atrocious. Look at this. They're changing size. God damn it, Google. This has now become a ad for how Google Slides is fucking completely trash and they need to work on their shit. Right? Why can't I just insert a video, a frame of a picture? Is there a way? Wait. Is that easy? Insert shape. Rectangle. All right. Maybe I didn't read enough. It does say that. Okay. I'm just trying to figure this out because that might make my job so much fucking easier. Is this bullshitting with me? AI? No, this is not what the fuck it is. Let's watch a video, guys.
Can you please just hear me out?
No, all work management platforms are the same.
Monday.com is the one you'll actually...
I've got my example image here, but before we put a mask on, I need to actually crop it. So to help guide where I want to crop it to, I'm going to make a shape. So I'm going to choose a basic square. And then I'm just going to drag over roughly where I want the avatar to actually be cropped to. So this looks about right. It will fill in the actual square. So I want to go over to the fill option and just put it to transparent. And then for these outlines, I can put these to something like red so it's more noticeable. And then I'm going to select it again and then just hold down shift and use the arrow keys just to fine tune where I want this to be. So I might want to make it a little bit smaller just to make sure it's quite equal. And so I'm using this square just as a guide. And what I'm going to do now is just take my image, put it down to this corner, take my actual guide, and I'm going to align it with the top of my image. You should see it snap just like this, which is really handy. So that's what I'm going to do. And now I'm going to do the actual cropping on the image. So I'm going to select the image, right click, go on crop, and then just bring in this bottom bit all the way up. And then you'll notice that it actually snaps to the bottom of the square. And so we know that it's now got the same height as my guide. I'm going to press enter. And then I'm going to take my guide and just place it over where I want it, which is here. And then just put it down to about here. And then I'm going to just do the exact same thing, but for the sides, right click, crop, bring them in, they will snap. And then voila, press enter. So now we've cropped the image with exactly the same proportions as my square. So I can get rid of the square because I don't need it anymore. And I'm just going to select my image and just make it a bit bigger. And now to actually apply the circular mask for the avatar. With the image selected, I'm going to go back to crop, but not on the main crop button. I'm going to go slightly to the right and do the mask image. And so this just essentially masks what your image is based on the shape. So this means I can just go to shape and then circle. And there we go. This is a perfectly round avatar. And these are perfect for most corporate presentations. And of course you could do this in Photoshop, but it will take a few minutes. And this is just a really efficient way of doing everything just within Google Slides. It's also worth mentioning here, but if I actually select...
In what way was that efficient? In what way was that efficient? In any, like, how? It's from 2022, but Jesus fucking Christ. You're telling me that you guys, Google couldn't come up with something already? Maybe this. Image placeholder.
Monday.com, the opposite of any work platform we tried in the past. We tried other work management platforms, not naming names.
Shut up.
They all suck.
Hey y'all, this week's quick tip is a Google Slides tip, and go to insert. Down at the bottom you have all kinds of placeholders: title, subtitle, body, and then image. And so you can choose the shape of the image that you want and it will crop it into that shape. I'm going to choose oval, and be sure you hold the shift key down when you do the circle so that it keeps its ratio. And then you just drop that in. Now, when I close my theme builder, I see that image placeholder there, and I can adjust everything else to fit it. I also will see it in my layout option. So every time someone chooses the title slide, they're going to have that image placeholder. So this is great for students who need that extra kind of guidance. This is great when you need everything to kind of have a similar look and feel. And then it is super easy to add an image. You just drag and drop.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. So is that it? All right, let's see. Where's our thing? Here we go. Insert. You son of a bitch. You're telling me I can't? Insert. I'm gonna be sad. What? Why can't I? No. Why's my placeholder? Why's my placeholder blurred out, man? I can't select it. What is this? What is the edit theme view? Slide in the menu bar. What is this? What the fuck is all this? I don't understand. And even there, it doesn't know what the fuck it's talking about, does it? Another video, everybody.
I have to finish this paper. I'm
video.
swamped. No one told me college would be so damp.
Hi everyone, this is Brad. Today we're going to take a look at inserting a placeholder in Google Slides. You can see where you go to insert placeholder and it's grayed out. So people have asked recently how you could go ahead and use a placeholder. So let's go ahead and take a look at how to do that. What you need to do is you need to go into Slide and then you need to edit the theme. So in this one, we're just going to click right in here. We're going to shrink the text box a little bit. Let's move it up a little bit as well here. And then let's click here and just delete it out. So now we want to insert some placeholders. So you can see with placeholder, you can see other options here, but we're just doing an image placeholder. So let's go ahead and do let's just do a rectangle. So we're just going to put this right here. And again, what you can do is with these, just make sure it's centered. And here you have your image placeholder. If you'd like to do another one, we can do the same thing. Move it up a little bit. And now, if we want to insert some other placeholders, you can go ahead and let's add some rounded rectangles here. Let's do that one here. Let's do Control D to copy it and then move it over, and there you have it. Now we're going to rename this one, and let's just call it sample. Click OK. And now we're going to close out of this. So now if we wanted to, what we could do is we could come right over in here, new slide with layout. And now for your second one, if you want this one to come up as your second one, you have it right there. So you could go ahead and share this with students, place it in Google Classroom for them to have a copy.
Instead of having the ability to just add this in to the slides, you have to save it as a motherfucking, as like a whole presentation already made. I don't even know the word for it. That's so stupid. That's so stupid. That's so dumb. Delete that. Fuck out of here. Okay, maybe it's that. Okay. Maybe it was that. Okay. Maybe it was that. Insert placeholder, image placeholder, rectangle. Okay, cool. So we have one here. Let's see. Sure. Okay. Let's see. How do you say to do that last part?
Out of this. So now if we wanted to, what we could do is we could come right over in here, new slide with layout, and
Doesn't even look the same, bro. This doesn't look the same. Okay. New slide. No. Menus. Change theme? No. Templates? You think these are pictures? I think it is. No. Yeah, look. Replace image. Is that our solution? Do we do it that way? How fucking dumb! How fucking stupid. Alright, so this one. Hey, wait. Hold on. Was replace image the entire time? Was it there the entire time? And I've just been sitting here getting really, really upset about this? All right, cool. So I was getting very, very upset for no reason, because apparently you could just replace the image right there. I swear that wasn't there before, though. Right? Are these fucking text boxes? Okay. That's what it was. I gotta admit, that is pretty annoying. But it is what it is, dude. What's up, Nate? Stop doing that. Sales price point. It only took us an hour, but we figured it out. Oh, crap. What a nuisance, dude. What a nuisance. So what we're gonna do, delete these ones, paste them there. Make our life a lot easier. Now we can replace all those. Let's do it with these two. All right. Our job just got a shit ton easier, everybody. Nice. All right, we're going to take a quick break. Go get ourselves some coffee. Now that we've at least figured out the goddamn layout. That was painful. That was painful. But we did it. But we did it. Make this thing look pretty. Have it released soon. Forgot. Put you guys on hold. We're back. We're back like the house truck. We're better than ever. Oof. All right, let's finish uploading these photos. I realized I did one too many. You're telling me where the fuck is the background replacement now? Uh, that's so stupid. I hate the magic mouse sometimes. See how it just moves like randomly? It's pretty terrible. Drop that price by $50 next week. Did it move it every time? All right. Yo, I'm so confused. I copied the wrong thing. Okay. Condos, cool. Replace image. Sales price history for condos, nice. Those condos, cool. Sales price point. And this one, replace image, upload, computer, days on market for condominiums. this guy. Tell you what, back in the day, it's a lot more price changes. The days on market. Wait. Why does it say 250? Oh, was that price changes that I was looking at? No, this is days on market. 239. It's price point. Yeah. Alright, that makes sense. It's by the price point. Halfway there, yo! Dang. We're getting hungry. Nice. This doesn't have all of the junk charts. We only got the cool charts. Oh, we also have to change the data here. The order changed. Sales price point, days on market. All right, just very quickly. East Boston, single family homes. All right. Since we're already here, let's just finish up the stupid charts and then we'll change the data afterwards. This is probably what my weekend's gonna look like because I got like 20 of these to do. I'm trying to finish them by Sunday. So we got a lot of work. This is just one neighborhood. This is just one neighborhood and it took us like, I guess we haven't been doing this that long. How long have we been live for? 2 hours already? Damn. How the time flies. Price point. Here we go. Thor, you fall? What happened there? I'm trying to see. Alright. Now the good thing is that once this is done, it'll be easy to do all the rest of them. Just copy, pasting, downloading, uploading. Whoops, wrong thing. Days on market. East Boston multis, yes. All of them are multis. Alright, good to go. Let's just double check. It was 22 last year, alright. Don't have the, okay. What? Oh, okay, yeah. 76, okay. Na 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 na. You'll be correct. Let's see. Oh, you son of a bitch. Okay. this. Yeah. All right. Grab this, move it up. All right. Okay. A bit of a nuisance, but not that much. Ooh, I gotta sneeze. Yep. All right. Sweet. That's good. I just had to make some changes to I think a little formatting. No change there. Okay. Does that say okay, it does. I was like, what? This isn't a positive swing, bro. Condos. Yeah, that's what last year was. I'll go into this year's. %11 increase in condominiums sales last year for East Boston. That's pretty good. 6% increase in the year median price. 8% increase in their average. Not bad. Percent drop. Yeah, I don't think you guys could hear the music that well, huh? It's too low here. There we go. Look at my fingers, camera. Look at my fingers. They're over here. It's if I move forward, if I move backward, the autofocus on this camera is just insane. So, my apologies, yo. I know what I'm drinking from this. Got my big water jug that has actual cold water in it. Alright, that was condominiums. I move on to multifamilies, and then we are done with East Boston, yo. Yep. That's gonna be rough. I gotta start figuring out gala stuff, and I gotta start figuring out the goddamn events. Alright, that's a lot of things. Lots and lots of things. Okay. Let's start with making this bigger so we can see it better. Big increases. Big jumps. Big jumps, yo. That's for the multifamily price? Yeah. Drove down 95. %11 drop in sales for multifamilies in East Boston. 23% drop in listings for them though, so isn't so bad. Average and median both increased. Oh, sugar. Cut it out. Is there a way to insert page numbers? Because this seems tedious. I missed one. This is 14. Ow. Almost done. So this is also something that we're going to have to change. Also, where the fuck is my, like, final page? All right. Oh man, I looked and I just noticed you guys had no idea what the fuck I was doing. All right. So, bottom right corner, right where my goddamn picture is these stupid little numbers. This right here, the page numbers. Super annoying. The worst thing. I just had to do those for every page. And it was not fun. Alright, I'm now realizing that this actually might be the worst part of this, is going to be redoing these guys. Redoing these is going to be not cool at all, because I don't think that we're going to be able to copy and paste the way that we want to be able to copy and paste. Ow! Oh! That hurts for no reason. Okay, well, one way to find out. Email data, guys and tasks. City rankings. Oh. Robocalls all day. All right. How do we make this work? Oh no. I don't know if I up. All right, more work to do, y'all. More work to do. All right. So, it looks like I still need to update these city rankings. I know I updated the average sale price, but I don't think I've done that for multifamilies yet. These have been updated. Let's see. Exact same, aren't they? They're the exact same, yeah. Now if we look at the average price, those changes. Or did I not? I know some of these changed. Did this revert or something? What the fuck? I know what it is. That's the old one. This is the new one. Yeah, that's the old one from 2023. So this is the new one. Those are the things that have been changed. Okay. Yeah, we had to change financial district because financially, I think, is what we had it at before. Alright, anyways. Alright, so this has been updated, though. Yeah, average sale prices were changed. Oh, this current version, yeah. Alright, so medium sale prices did not change though. So I only did those, so I have to update median sale prices and do everything here. Kind of fucking annoying. But we also didn't do multifamilies. Ooh. Okay. Looks like no games, no playing, no nothing. Just straight work these next few days. Wait, what? Oh, that was for the average price. Alright. So now, we gotta do some dumb shit. And open everything up. Like I said, we've already updated all these on Thursday. On Friday, we updated our neighborhood data. Again, I don't think that we did the neighborhood data for right, because we lost in one, didn't we? Am I frozen? Camera is definitely frozen. No, we're good. I know, computer, I know. It's difficult. But chill out. Alright, everything's open now. Now we can get back to this. Oh, but it's by alphabetical fucking order. Yeah, that makes sense. All right, cool. We got this aligned. Should be easy now. Alright, first one we'll do... Oh. It's all just medium price. Okay. Single family first, medium price. It's for a single family. Okay. Huh. Chinatown didn't have any condos. Chester. I mean, single family homes. Residential district also didn't have any. Hyde Park definitely did. Jamaica Plain. Did I get the right one? Nope, I did not. That was the average price. And damn, Jamaica Plain had an increase like that. Yeah. North End, none. Rosedale. You know, the most important thing when y'all doing this, make sure you can have fun by yourself. What's the old saying? If you're bored, then you're boring. If this is terribly boring for you, you got a problem. You got a problem, friend. You're a boring person. Other than the Seaport. South Boston. % increase in South Boston. Bruh. 45% decrease in the South End. Holy shit. That has to be checked. We gotta check that up real fast. Huh. $2,860,000. South End. 2,860,000, yeah. 2918, 2918. All right. Let's go to 2023. Yo, median price of $5,225,000. Yep. Average sale price $4,997,000. Rare occasion where the median is higher than the average. Oof. That's just insane. That's nuts. All right, anyways, let's finish. All right, so now we got this set up. Just gonna take this out because this section right here doesn't have the like this is 2023, this is 2024. This one's only 2024 and the change. Alright, so now we grab these, put it into the medium price one. Wait. Yeah, this is for single family homes. There we go. Grab the other one. Put it in the increase. And now, super simple, grab that. Sort range. Oh, wait. Sorry, we also got to do the top part. Sort range. Advanced range sorting. Data has a header. From here, this is increase. So we're going to do the change and we're going to do Z to A. So now that we have the highest increase up top, lowest or highest decrease in the bottom. Now we come back here. Grab these guys. Did we already put it in? Yep. Okay. Who got ADD? I got ADD. Do you got ADD? Current price, Z to A. And there you have it, folks. So you get your ranges, your crap. Damn. I still gotta do all the multifamily data mining. That's like probably an hour of digging through that data for the neighborhoods. Huh. Whatever. Gotta do what you gotta do. First let's finish with the condos. Condos. As you can see, very big difference in price range. Everywhere got condos. Filling in the blanks. See that, everybody? $455 median price for a condo in Hyde Park. So a very affordable place to live. $474 for condos in Mattapan. No change in median price for Roxbury. Big jump in median price in the Seaport, though. It looks like the South End just lost value in single family and condos. Do. Financial district. Most expensive condos in Boston are in the financial district. Highest increase in condo value was in Hyde Park, yo. Look at that. Congratulations, Hyde Park. Guys, increased by 18% year to year for your condo value. Seaport District had a rise. Financial District had a rise. See, I think Hyde Park was overdue for it. All right. I don't know if this is even good data to like have. This is volume increase, right? So like for example, this is six sold single family homes in 2023 versus 20 in 2024. A 233% increase in single family data. I think it's valuable information because it shows you where is picking up, like where are more listings popping up, where are more people moving out of. So obviously in Back Bay, a lot more people were moving out of Back Bay than they were in 2023. Might tell you something about what future home values might do, you know. Roxbury has a huge increase in the condo market. I think it's personally good. Sales price to list price ratio, I feel like I can get that up. This kind of, what it tells you, I'd say, is it says, where are people overbidding at, right? What neighborhoods can you go to and underbid the ask price, right? Because sales price to list price means what the end final sales amount is versus what the original asking price was. So like, for example, South End, 91% for single family homes. So you have a single family home that's listed for $1 million. You tell them, hey, I'll offer you $910K for it, and you may likely get it. Vice versa, you find a condo in Hyde Park for $100K, you might have to pay $103,000 for it. Yeah, I mean that's it's pretty good information, but like, do I really want to sit here and update it? Yes, I do, because I want this to be the fucking best thing that this is like my magnum opus. Magnus opum? Y'all know what I mean. Dude, this is some data that I don't even present, bro. Which is kind of good. Over here we have sales to listings. How many sales versus listings? So 73% of total listings went in and sold their property. This is for West Roxbury condos. Price changes, 21% of the listings in the year changed their price. And the final actual like sales price to list price is 90%. Huh. So what happens when you get too much data, I guess. All right. Well, it's almost 4 o'clock. Probably chill. Take a quick little break to eat some food. We gotta do some other stuff soon enough. Damn. Yeah, I guess we work on doing the multifamily market. We gotta update the multifamilies. Bang that up before 5 p.m. Shouldn't be too bad. Just be a little annoying. Alright, cool. We're gonna take a quick break. We will be right back, yo. We are gonna go grab some food, refill. Yeah, time to refill that too. Alright. See you guys in like 15 minutes. If that.